they're saying it's a crisis now, and it's only getting worse. The bathrooms are failing. There's increased conflict between people camping there and other people living there, including conflict with children, which they expect will only increase as kids return to schools. And one of the things they're suggesting is perhaps we need, and perhaps the same kind of thing we need in Victoria, is some sort of emergency, like a disaster relief type tent. And they're suggesting, the St. Paul's, where St. Paul's is going to go. Is there room for something like that when winter is coming, people are living in close quarters, and we are in the middle of a pandemic, for something thinking outside the box of looking at something like an emergency relief type housing situation?
Right. Thank you for the question. Just to echo the Premier's comments is that, we're all in this together, and we've got to recognize that we're in the middle of a global pandemic, which has forced physical distancing in our shelter spaces, has meant that people living in the 7,000 SRO rooms in our city can no longer have guests overnight. So it really has, exasperated the homelessness crisis here in the city. I do really feel for the residents of Strathcona, and in fact, I have been down and met with a number of homeowners in the area, local business improvement associations, and I do agree that the situation is worsening. The announcement 2 days ago with Selina Robinson, Minister Selina Robinson, that of the 450 units that will be funded by the province and the city, 100 of those will be ready in the spring. They're immediate emergency modular housing. But we do have to find a way to bridge that gap. I'm working on that this week. I do agree that this situation has now hit a different place, and you'll be hearing a lot more from me. I'm just working on exactly the details and coordinating with other agencies. But you will be hearing something from me in the coming days about our next step forward for Strathcona Park.
Lisa, do you have a follow-up?
I do, just for Premier and Mayor Kennedy. I mean, people are certainly excited to hear what might come next. But for you, Premier, is there some sort of provincial program that can be done? Because you're mentioning, of course, it's not just the two bigger cities. It's all across the province. But using like an emergency response type tent or some place that people, camps aren't going to go anywhere. So putting some place where these people are getting the support that they need until there is some other support available that is more permanent.
Well, yeah, that's what we have been working on, and the evidence of success is, of course, the vacating of Oppenheimer and Topaz and Pandora in Victoria. But again, the problem has not diminished significantly as a result, and the vulnerable populations, the people, the brothers and sisters, let's keep that in mind. These are people who have found themselves in situations not necessarily of their making, and we need to find ways to address these challenges within the context of a global pandemic. So Mayor Kennedy Stewart and I and other mayors and Minister Robinson have been in consultation and discussions about next steps, and we'll have more to say in the weeks ahead. But we're certainly not finished, and we have much more work to do.